Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I just want to express myself with this vlog and say that I would never date a girl who gave oral sex before marriage, because she is a slut. I would never date, much less marry a girl who was not a virgin. I would not date a girl if she considered herself a virgin because she was butt fucked and but not vaginal fucked, and she considered that her virginity. And because if you give oral sex before marriage, you are not a virgin anymore, and you are a slut. I have nothing in common with sluts. And I can tell when a girl's not a virgin. It's very obvious to me because you have lost your innocence. Us virgins can tell when a girl's not a virgin anymore because you act differently, you have a different spirit, and you lost your innocence. And I really have nothing in common with a girl who's a slut, with a girl who gives oral sex before marriage. I have nothing in common. I cannot relate to a girl who has sex outside of marriage. I cannot relate to a person who does not save their virginity before marriage. Now, I want to say that I'm a very progressive person. I'm actually a feminist, if you believe me. And I'm a nudist as well. I practice nudism, and I believe that people should not wear clothes out in public. I'm a very radical nudist. Very progressive. I'm an anarchist, anarcho-socialist, and a universalist. So I'm a very progressive person, but at the same time, I will say that a girl, if it's only oral sex before marriage, she is a slut, and you will always be a slut. If you have sex before marriage, oral sex, anal sex, or whatever, you are a slut, and you will always be a slut. And if you want a guy, if you're going to do that before marriage, have oral sex before marriage, you're going to have a guy who's going to cheat on you. You're going to marry a guy who's going to cheat on you, and if you want to do that, go ahead. If you want to marry a guy who's going to cheat on you and treat you like a piece of shit, go ahead. But I'll never date you because you're a slut and you're a whore. I know it sounds kind of harsh. I actually love people. I love everybody. But I know that I'm like not the most attractive person in the world, so like it really doesn't matter anyway, because every other single guy on the face of this earth is more attractive than I am. I'm like the poster child of ugly people. But still, like, I will, even if it means I will never have sex in my entire life, and I'll always be a virgin, then if it means I'll never find a girl who's sexually pure, then I'll never get married. I'll just never have sex, because I refuse to date a girl who even has oral sex before marriage, because she is a slut. And honestly, I'm a very horny person, but I will wait for marriage. And if you've lost your virginity if you've had oral sex with someone, and you are a slut, you will always be a slut. And I will never date you, never even, much less marry you. I still love you. Have a good night.